Dr. Andrea Schnowski from Freedom Chiropractic and Holistic Health and our YouTube channel, Health and Horsepower. This week, I want to talk to you about posture tips that actually work. So a lot of times people are coming in my office asking me, how can I improve my posture? My posture is horrible and there's nothing I can do to help it. I've seen people bring in crazy, weird stretches as well as braces that they wear throughout the day. The problem is when you brace and force your body into a position, a lot of times what happens, we actually over time lose muscle stability, and that actually makes things worse. So I do not recommend posture braces at all whatsoever. I don't recommend weird stretching positions or forcing yourself to sit up straight either. When it comes to posture, you have to understand what controls your posture. So your spine and your joints are your framework or your foundation of your body and how everything attaches. So when your spine is out of alignment, when it's not moving properly, when we have arthritis, degeneration, all of your muscles and ligaments attached to that. So what's going on in your spine and joints is super, super, super important. And your nervous system, which is protected around your spine, so your spine literally protects those nerves that control everything, that is the most important part. So the number one thing you need to do to have good posture is make sure your spine and joints are in alignment and those nerves are working properly. The second thing we need to do is make sure we're using the right muscles with the right muscle group activation and enough strength so that they can support your body throughout the day. So for an example of this, say we have foot pain, plantar fasciitis, knee pain, hip pain, low back pain. A lot of times what happens is the arch of your foot actually collapses over time because we get weakness in the muscles of the foot and the ankle because we're not challenging our bodies. We're sitting all day. We're not on our feet. We're not wearing the right shoes. We're not strengthening those muscles. And what happens is when that arch collapses, your ankle actually turns inward. Your knee turns inward. Your hip rotates outward. Your pelvis rotates. So you actually get pelvis, hip, knee, and ankle rotation when that foot drops. That affects everything all the way up to the base of your spine and your pelvis, and then your pelvis supports your whole entire spine above that. So a lot of times we have posture issues. It can start in the feet, it can start in the pelvis, it can start with muscle imbalance where one side's stronger than the other, and that can cause a whole host of health issues, not only for your lower body, but also your spine and everything above that too. So what I find, like I said, number one, make sure your spine is actually aligned and working properly, and your joints are moving properly. Second thing, we want to make sure we actually are using the right muscles. I typically give muscle activation and posture correction exercises in my office. So when you come in, we evaluate to see what's going on with your spine, what's going on with your posture, your muscles, and see which ones do we need to work on. Then I give you baby steps. So usually I say we don't want to be doing like a whole host of exercises, half an hour, 45 minutes a day. I usually say 15 minutes, 3 times a week is usually enough for us to make enough of a change and a challenge to teach those muscles. I want you guys doing your job and working together on a regular basis. The more you do your exercises, the more the muscles catch on, and then they start working without you having to think about it. So very important to understand that when we do exercises, we don't want to just lift weights. We actually want to do exercises that help the muscles work together properly to support the joints and spine. And then once we have them working properly, then we want to strengthen them so that they have more stability, more stamina, so that when you are doing whatever you do on a daily basis, your muscles can support your body and your activities all day long. Because when those muscles are weak, when those muscles have atrophy, when we don't have good muscle activation, the joints collapse, and that causes everything else to collapse, and that causes arthritis and degeneration, all because we don't have the joint stability because of the muscle imbalance. So very important to understand that when it comes to good posture, it's not sitting up straight. It's not using bracing. It's not doing weird stretches. It's actually actively making sure the joints and spine are moving well and making sure the muscles and ligaments actually support and work together with that. So most of the time that means exercises, and those are something you want to keep up with your whole entire life. I usually recommend, like I said, about 2 to 3 times a week doing exercises. 3 times a week is kind of the ideal or more. If you want some help with that, or you want to find out what's going on with your posture and how you can work on that, we do, in addition to chiropractic, physical therapy, and massage, as well as lab testing to find out if there's any nutritional issues going on or potentially other health issues going on that could be impacting your digestion or impacting your body's ability to regrow and keep those muscles strong. If you want more information, give our office a call, 309-689-6200, or check out our website, Freedom Peoria.